Hi students, welcome to the next session of NEET Easy Physics. Today we are going to discuss resolution of a vector. Resolution of a vector means dividing a vector into two components. Let us assume, so we are taking xy plane. So within this one vector we are taking, this is going to be a bar. So which is making an angle theta with x-axis. If you want to resolve this vector into two components, you have to draw one normal onto x-axis, one normal onto y-axis. Draw one normal onto x-axis, draw one normal onto y-axis. Next, this vector OP, whatever we are taking OP. So length of this OP, length of the OP means from here to here, arrow mark till the end. So from O to P, so length is going to give magnitude of the vector always. So now what is the length of OP means A or magnitude of A bar we are going to write. Now after dividing we want here two components. One is horizontal component, that is going to be ON. Another one is vertical component, that is going to be ON. So for this theta, ON is going to be which side means adjacent side. So for this theta, so OM is going to be equal to PN. So this is which side means opposite side. Whenever adjacent side if you want to calculate, we will write cos theta. What is cos theta definition? ON by OP. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Then ON is equal to OP cos theta. What is OP we said here? OP is nothing but A. Therefore, A cos theta. A cos theta. This is going to be ON. This one only we are going to write it as AX. AX is nothing but horizontal component. Which component? Horizontal component. Next, if you want to find OM, OM is nothing but PN. PN is opposite side for theta. Therefore, we will write sin theta. Sin theta is PN by OP. Why? Because opposite side by hypotenuse. What is OP? We wrote already. OP is nothing but A. Therefore, PN is nothing but A sin theta. What is PN here? According to diagram, PN is nothing but OM is equal to A sin theta. This is nothing but vertical component. Which component? Vertical component. So if you divided A bar into two components, you got A bar is nothing but AX plus AY. If you add again AX and AY, you should get A bar. But A bar is vector, AX is scalar. A is magnitude, cos theta is also value, scalar. So to convert this scalar into vector, what we should multiply? Already we explained in previous videos. Any scalar can become vector if you multiply with, what we should multiply? We should multiply with unit vector. Now AX is going to be ON. If you multiply with arrow mark, you will get, if you multiply this AX with, what we should multiply? I cap along x-axis. Same like that. OM is going to be AY. If you want to make it as a vector, what we should multiply? AY into J cap. So along y-axis, we should multiply J cap. So therefore, here we have to write AX means I cap, AY means J cap. So A bar can be written as AX I cap plus AY J cap. This is nothing but a vector can be represented in terms of unit vector. If it is three-dimensional, here this vector is two-dimensional, therefore you got like this. If it is three-dimensional vector, A bar is equal to, what we have to write? AX I cap plus AY J cap plus, what you will get third one? So AZ K cap. So this is representation of a vector in terms of unit vector, and this resolution we are going to get both first year, second year, so many times whenever we are solving the physics problems. So next we will see different resolution of vectors, how it is going to be applicable. So these are the xy coordinates, xy plane. So you are taking a vector like this, just now we discussed this is A bar. So if it is going to be theta, now simply we are doing horizontal component means which is basing theta, that one is going to become always A cos theta, which is basing theta, A cos theta, and remaining side which is not basing theta, here theta is not there, that is going to be obviously A sin theta. So this A bar can be written as A cos theta I cap plus A sin theta j cap. Now same vector, same plane, if you are taking xy plane like this. Now let us assume vector is like this. This is A bar or B bar you can take, that is your wish. Now theta is going to be, let us assume, with y axis, negative y axis. At the time, how we are going to write this? A bar is going to be, which is basing theta. So that one I said, which is basing theta. So that one I said, A cos theta. So which is not basing theta, that is going to be A sin theta. That one you can follow blindly. Now, what is A cos theta direction? So A cos theta is along which direction? Minus j cap plus A sin theta I cap. So finally A bar we will write A sin theta I cap minus A cos theta j cap. Now another vector we are taking in this, let us assume like this. This is going to be B bar. B bar is making an angle theta with this. Now if you resolve this one into two components, now what is this one we have to write? This one is going to be B, which is basing theta, I told you, cos theta. So if it is B bar means, so this component is going to become B cos theta. Now this component is going to become B sin theta. If you want to write B bar now, B bar. So B cos theta, what we have to write? B cos theta is along which direction? Minus I cap plus B sin theta. B sin theta along which direction? Minus j cap. Therefore, B bar is equal to, so B cos theta minus, if you are taking common, plus B sin theta j cap, if you are taking minus common, isn't it? So like this you can divide any vector with value they give means. Let us assume I am taking one value here. This is 10 newtons, they will give 30 degrees they will. Now what is the force? If you divide this one component, this is one component. Now what is the value of this horizontal component means? Ax is going to be 10, what we have to write? Which is basing theta always 10 cos 30, which is not basing theta, that is 10, what we have to write? 10 sin 30, understood? So like this you can divide any value. So 10 cos 30 value is, what is 10 cos 30 value? So cos 30 value is root 3 by 2 or 1 by 2? Root 3 by 2. Sin 30 value is 1 by 2. So this is 5 root 3, this is 5. Therefore finally, how we will write this 10 newtons means along x-axis. If it is force means F bar is going to be 10 newtons is force. The 10 newtons can be written as 5 root 3. 5 root 3 along which axis? Minus I cap. This one is along which axis? Plus 5j cap. This one can be represented 10 newtons like this in vector form. So if you resolve any vector like this, it is going to become easy for us. Which is basing theta, that is always cos theta. Which is not basing theta, that is going to become sin theta.